On the news tonight, Vice President Osibanjo commends Soludo's transformational agenda. Anambra State to partner Tedford for educational interventions. And on national matters, ASU ready to appeal National Industrial Court ruling on strike. On the foreign scene, Taiwan to drop all pandemic-related border restrictions mid-October. Before the news in details, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and thanks for joining us on ABS Evening News. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo was in the presidential Villa Aso Rock on a visit to the #2 citizen of Nigeria, Vice President Yemi Osibanjo. The Vice President, who expressed delight on receiving the Governor of Anambra State, commended Governor Soludo for the transformational agenda he is bringing to bear in Anambra State. Press Secretary to the Governor, Christian Aburime, reports that the DOE later entered into a closed-door meeting for further private discussions. Before leaving the Vice President's office, Governor Soludo fielded questions from members of the press who sought to know the purpose of his visit. The governor maintained his visit to the #2 citizen was private. The governor also explained the security situation in Anambra State, saying the state is now comparatively safer and peaceful with the security architecture being put in place in the state. He again commended the various security agencies in the state and the people of Anambra State for the cooperation and partnership in the fight against security in the state. Governor Soludo also used the occasion to speak to the press on his 6 months in office and the massive programs, especially in the areas of roads, health, education, power and other critical sectors that are being aggressively executed in the state, assuring that in few months' time, Anambra will be one big construction site for massive developments. Anambra State Deputy Governor Dr. Onyeka Bezimu has called on all Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA faithful, to support the present administration of Professor Chukwuma Soludo to enable it deliver on its mandate and maintain the name that the party has over the years made for itself across communities in the state. The Deputy Governor was speaking at the Government House, Awka, during a meeting with some APGA stakeholders and ward chairmen from Oyi and Ayamalim local government area. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports it's been taken.
Deputy Governor Ibezim, while emphasizing on the need for unity and love among members of the party, said that they should prioritize the collective interests of the party over personal gains for progress. Dr. Ibezim further stressed that the party faithful should always abide by the tenets of the party and should follow laid-down rules guiding it, maintaining that party is supreme.
The governor now that is known for excellence. Even on what structure you will inherit, there's nothing to improve on. So he has come to improve on the structure rather than to scatter the structure. So all you're going to say, maybe I can now see So let's stop this show of arrogance. Let's stop this show of unnecessary power.
On his part, the State Commissioner for Petroleum and Mineral Resources, Barrister Anthony Fanya, who hails from Ayamelum local government area, noted that the party members should avoid anti-party activities and work as a team in the forthcoming general elections to deliver all APGA candidates for the glory of the party.
What's important is that we should be united. If you are a true party man, you must accept the decision of the party so the party will move forward.
Anambra State Governor Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo is seeking partnership with Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TEDFund, to help the state's tertiary institutions on delivery of critical intervention infrastructures. This was the crux of the matter when the governor paid a courtesy visit on the Executive Secretary of TEDFund, Sonny Echeno, in Abuja. Press Secretary to Governor Chukwuma Soludo, Christian Aburime, report that the governor said synergy between Anambra State and TEDFund would be highly impactful. TEDFund is a scheme established by the federal government in 2011 to disburse, manage and monitor education tax to government-owned tertiary institutions in Nigeria. Governor Soludo expressed his administration's dream of working with stakeholders at all levels, especially the federal government, who is a major player. The Soludo said that when all efforts are disjointed and unharmonious, the deliverables will not be achieved. Synergy and coordination are imperative. Said Soludo, I would like to work together in a lot of areas we are interested in, and in a few years to come, we will be able to say that we deliver something tangible with the TEDFund partnership. He applauded TEDFund for its intervention projects within the country, stressing that the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu University, Anambra Polytechnic Mbahu, and College of Education Sube are the desirous of such partnership. Mr. Echeno assured that this will continue to deliver on their core mandate of filling in the gap infrastructure-wise in the tertiary institutions. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has urged the citizens to shun racial discrimination and embrace peace in the interest of the progress and development of the country. The Commandant of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Anambra State Command, Commandant Isido Chideke, made the call on the occasion of the International Peace Day celebration and decoration ceremony of 67 officers of the Corps in the State Command who were promoted to new rank last year. Correspondent Chukwuemeka Modelemu was there in our report.
The United Nations General Assembly set aside 21st of September every year as a day devoted to strengthening the ideals of peace through observing 24 hours of non-violence and ceasefire among all peoples and nations, showing that peace should come before all other considerations. Delivering his address, which centered on the theme of this year's celebration, which is End Racism, Build Peace, Commandant Chikere stressed the need for all citizens to jettison racism and recommit to dialogue and promotion of tolerance, diversity, and a culture of peace building. The Commandant made it clear that NSCDC is committed to creating awareness, seeking to address inclusion and tolerance, which help to end racism, promote equal rights and social justice in order to build a lasting peace in Nigeria. He appealed to all residents of Anambra State to assist the Corps in fighting insecurity by submitting reliable and insightful information for them to work with, even as he charged the officers promoted to new ranks to justify their elevation by displaying high sense of responsibility and eschew all acts of unprofessionalism.
End racism, build peace. It requires the building of societies where all members feel that they can flourish. It involves creating a world in which people are treated equally, regardless of their race.
In his remarks, the Zonal Commandant NSCDC Zone K, Mr. Felix Oke, represented by the Deputy Commandant of the Corps, Mr. Ugwogo Ezude, said for peace to reign in Nigeria, Nigerians must tolerate other people's culture and religious beliefs.
What is this peace? Dictionary has several meanings for peace, but my own definition of peace is a domination of tolerance, domination of forgiveness. Where tolerance dominates in a relationship and forgiveness also dominates, there will be peace.
In a lecture titled Racism and African Development, the Nigerian Experience, a resource person, Mr. Ken Nweze, explained that Nigeria can fight racial discrimination by adopting true nationalism, as it can give every citizen a sense of belonging and make them to be more nationalistic than ethnic oriented.
In communities with entrenched ethnic crisis, ethnic problems, where you have multi-ethnicity, it is usually advised you employ the consociationalism democracy, where you are expected to share things.
Earlier, the command embarked on peace work within Oka to commemorate the 2022 International Peace Day celebration. In Oka, Chukwuemeka Modelem, ABS News.
The President General of Umweri General Assembly, UGA Chief Johnny Meche has been confirmed with the chieftaincy title of Ezi Umweri by Igwe Benes Emeka and the people of Umweri. The conferment, which took place during this year's Iwaji Umweri at the Igwe's Palace, Odabo Umweri, also saw the wife of the PG, Linda, bagging the title of Obidia. Staff reporter Njideko Okoye, who witnessed the event, reports that Chief Meche was accompanied to the celebration by his wife, Linda, family members, business associates, friends, and well-wishers. Her report.
Speaking after receiving the Ezi Umweri chieftaincy title, Chief Ambassador Mechie said he felt honored and grateful for receiving the chieftaincy title from Igwe Emeka and the Umweri Royal Cabinet, noting that Ezi Umweri title was first given to his late father, Barrister John Mechie, and Igwe Emeka deemed it fit to give back the title to him. Chief Mechie stated that he has done many things for the community and beyond. Within the last 100 days, he became the President General of Umweri. He has empowered many youths, installed solar street lights in some streets, installed CCTV cameras in markets, churches, streets, and other strategic areas to assist the security of Ndi Umweri, provided vehicles to all the quarters in Umweri, updated and trained the security outfits of the community, and provided them with uniform, boots, raincoats, and CCTV walkie-talkies for better and easy communication.
The people appreciate what we have been doing, all of us, what we have been doing in the last 100 days. So they've given us the mandate to go on overdrive speed now, to take them on a different level. This is a teamwork. I need everybody to come together and join me so that we can fix this community.
A friend and the national president, Anambra State Association of Town Union, ASATU, Barrister Titus Akbudo, who said he came to share in the joy of Igwe Emeka, his friend Chief Mechie, and the people of Umweri, described the conferment of Ezi Umweri chieftaincy title on Chief Mechie as a well-deserving honor as people testify of his good works to the community and beyond.
Ndị Umweri kene chukwumuli alofana ifomome inanya PG Umweri we member of ASATU nke nnachi echili echichita ndị befa nabatali ya gosi na na-eme ọfụma nọ na-agba mbọ nọ na-weta n'anya igwe kwukwulie na emeli nabatali ya na maachị dịka PG Umweri mana kemgbe a wee lue taa na ife dị iche dị nọ na-alụsị ọrụ ike igwe na onwe ya ụlọ ezigbo nna ndị ASATU.
Others who spoke at the event, which featured capping and decoration of Chief Mechie and his wife Linda, as well as cultural dances, includes the principal of New Era Secondary School, Nteje, Lolonkiru, and more, among others. From Umweri, Njideka Okoye, ABS News.
Still to come on the news tonight, ASU ready to appeal National Industrial Court ruling on strike. Taiwan to drop all pandemic-related border restrictions mid-October. Here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State's economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Stay with us.
So you gotta have a smile, no matter what it takes. Gotta take your place now. I love the way it tastes. Feel the pure bliss burst from the toes to your face. Gotta take your place now. Feel the bliss today.
Light up your day anywhere, even at home, with the rich, creamy taste of pure bliss.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Evening News. There appears to be no end in sight to the lingering crisis between the federal government and members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, as the union announced readiness to appeal the order by the National Industrial Court of Nigeria, NICN, directing the suspension of its 7-month strike. National President of the Union, Professor Emmanuel Sundeke, said efforts are on to appeal the ruling. He said while the judge has the right to give his judgments, the union has the right to appeal. The federal government has dragged the university teachers to court, seeking an order mandating lecturers to call off the strike and return to work. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, on behalf of the federal government, had filed the matter before the NICN by way of referral to resolve the industrial action. Counsel to federal government, Mr. James Igwe-San, urged the court to grant government's request while arguing that the 7 months already lost to strike could not be regained. National Coordinator of ERC, Hassan Soweto, described the court verdict as unfair, saying it is a confirmation of his belief that the judiciary is simply an arm of the apparatus of the capitalist states. Meanwhile, the federal government, through Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority, NSIA, has unveiled plans to support increased maize production from 1.5 tons to 10 tons per hectare by 2025. The Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority Managing Director, Uche Oji, while speaking at a media briefing yesterday in Abuja on redefining agriculture in Nigeria for the future, said the NSIA has been supporting large integrated farms to boost food production in the country. According to him, NSIA partnered with the Dutch to raise an agricultural focus fund for the development of large-scale integrated projects across Nigeria. Oji noted that Nigeria currently produces 7.6 million tons of maize yearly, and it's estimated that a national average increase of only 1 ton per hectare would not only result in self-sufficiency, but could generate export earnings of over $1 billion. On the foreign scene, Taiwan has announced it will scrap quarantine for arrivals by mid-October as the East Asian economy moves to dismantle some of the last pandemic-related border restrictions still in place globally. Taiwan's cabinet, Lo Ping-chen, said it will aim to end its requirement that arrivals quarantine at hotel or at home for 3 days, followed by 4 days of self-monitoring from October 13th. Lo Ping-chen said the visa-free entry of all countries that had the status before the pandemic would also resume from next Thursday. Lo said the government would also raise the weekly limit for international visitors to 60,000 and scrap PCR COVID tests for inbound passengers. Under the ease rules, visitors who test positive for COVID-19 will still have to quarantine at a hotel or at home. The self-ruled island is the only large economy, apart from China and Hong Kong, to still require travelers to quarantine after Asian pairs such as South Korea and Malaysia ditched quarantine rules earlier this year. In sport, Nigeria's representatives at the 2022 World School Basketball Championship, Bayelsa State Dole of Bishop Demire Grammar School and St. Jude's Girls Secondary School, Amirata in Belgrade, began their campaign with victories over Hungary and Turkey. The Hungarian team led from the first and second quarter, while taking the dominant lead to the third quarter with 15-point gap. But the third quarter became the turning point for the Nigerian side as it reduced the lead to 7 points at the end of the third quarter. The final quarter brought out the best in the Nigerian boys as they raced to the lead from the start to overtake their opponents and continue their way to win the last quarter by 15-point gap and end the match at 59 to 52 points. In the girls' match, St. Jude's Girls Secondary School team, led by Hamba Wondo, showed class against their Turkish counterparts. They won the game by 48 to 37 points. The boys' team will take on Chinese Tampine, while the girls will slug in out with Bulgarian. This is the first time Nigeria will be competing in the championship as one of the 2 African teams alongside Libya. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again. Vice President Osibanjo has commended Soludo's transformational agenda. Anambra State is to partner Tedford for educational interventions. ASU is ready to appeal National Industrial Court ruling on strike. And on the foreign scene, Taiwan is to drop all pandemic-related border restrictions mid-October. Here is a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for being there. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. Good night.